The wealth gap have increased significantly ever since Donald Trump took the office. Well, Donald Trump has been imposing tariffs on almost every country on the planet, and there was a reason for that. Well, it's simple. When tariffs are high, consumers are unable to buy, and when they are unable to buy, those companies that are selling will drop. Their sales will plummet. As a result, their share prices will also decrease. So that's how they want to buy cheap. If the share prices of those companies are low, they can buy cheap. Donald Trump and his super rich friends can always buy cheap. So money is always made when the markets are down, because you can buy everything at a discount. Wouldn't you want to buy everything in the store if it was on discount? Would you rather buy if the price of whatever consumable products that you want is 100%, or would you rather buy it at 25% less? Obviously, you would want to buy it cheap. So Donald Trump has been imposing tariffs left, right, and center, leaving no country behind. And China was fighting. And when China is fighting, it was very, very scary. It was very scary times. And there's a saying that goes, when people panic or when people are scared, that's the right time to enter the market. That's the right time to buy. Because now things are cheap and everybody's panicking. The prices are down. When people are running away from the market, you enter the market. These are the right times. Donald Trump is creating the wealth gap to increase. He's increasing it basically. And if you're too blind to see that, you will never see it. You will never. This is the right time for you to get rich. Donald Trump is creating it for us. Yes, the poor are going to suffer together with the middle class, but just you choose. You have to draw the line, you either go to the left or to the right. The left is the poor and the middle class. The right is the rich and the wealthy. So where do you want to go? The poor or the rich? I choose to go to the rich. I'd rather be rich and be happy rather than to be poor and complain that the government is not providing me with something. Going back to the main topic, tariffs. I'm going to start by explaining what a tariff is, how it impacts you, which industries were affected, and how the rich have made money through tariffs. You gotta stick all the way to the end of this video so that you can grab each and every nugget that I'm about to share with you. And I hope you have pen and paper on you so that you can write the key points that I'm about to make here. So let's start. By the way, my name is Fortune Masukwameng. I'm from Master Professional Accountants. If you need accounting services, you know where to find us. So without further ado, let's dive into the topic of today, which is tariffs. So what is a tariff? A tariff is simply a tax. That's a simple language. I'm explaining this like I'm explaining it to a 5-year-old child, right? So a tariff is a tax on imported goods. Simple as that. If you are in South Africa and you buy an iPhone that came from the United States of America, and the United States of America decides to impose tariff on South Africa, it means the price of that iPhone is going to increase because taxes have increased. Why? Donald Trump has imposed tariffs. Simple as that. So a tariff is simply a tax that is imposed on goods and services that enter the country. That's what the country will do to protect its local suppliers. For example, if we feel that, let's say maybe we are in South Africa and the president of this country feels that, there's a shortage of supply of cell phones, smartphones, and there's too much supply from China. China is supplying more cell phones to South Africa than South Africa supplying to other countries or China itself. So what the country will do, what South Africa will do, is that they will impose tariffs on China so that those cell phones from China will be more expensive. Why? They want to encourage local manufacturers to manufacture phones, local suppliers to supply phones, and that's how a country protects itself through tariffs. And it's a win-win for a country because a country will generate taxes, more revenue, because if you decide to buy that smartphone from China at a high price that is affected by the tariffs, it means you are sponsoring the government. That's what is happening. So tariffs makes goods to be less attractive. If the price of a smartphone was $1,000 and now it's $2,000, and that's the same smartphone, and that price was influenced by tariffs, why would I buy it? I can't, because it's expensive. So as a result, that company that supplied this iPhone to South Africa is going to suffer. And what happens to their workers, the people who manufactured this iPhone in the first place? If the company is no longer generating profit because I didn't buy that iPhone because it was too expensive, it means the workers of that company are going to suffer the consequences. How will they make money? There's no money. How will they get paid? If the company is not making money, how are employees going to be paid? And imagine how many families are affected. So it's a lot. Well, Donald Trump is making this intentionally so that him and his friends can buy things cheap. Wait, did I just say cheap? At first I said tariffs make things to be expensive, consumable products to be expensive, and now I'm saying he's creating this for him and his friends to buy things cheap. Well, yes, you heard it right, cheap. He makes things to be expensive for the poor and the middle class so that the rich and the super wealthy can buy things cheap. Let that to sink in. So, like I said earlier on, it's either you want to join the rich or you want to join the poor. It's fine, it's your choice anyway. So go and join the losers and complain about the government, complain about Trump, hate politicians, hate billionaires and all those things. That's fine, my brother or my sister. Me and my viewers will go to the right. We're gonna be rich, baby. So how things become cheap for the rich and the poor is simple, guys. When the company is no longer making money, the share price of that company is going down. Do you understand? If the share price of that company is going down, I can buy it cheap. And that tariff thing is only temporary. This is why they never lasted. He only does that for a few days and then he abolished them. He imposed a tariff on another country for maybe 2 days, 3 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then he abolished them. Him and his friends bought things when they were cheap. They bought those companies when they were cheap. So let me tell you the names of companies. I don't want to name drop. I'll just give you the industries, right? In agriculture, for example. Agriculture is the number one. So with agriculture, if South Africa is importing cocoa from whichever the country, and that price of a cocoa has increased, it means every employee that is working at a cocoa farm is going to suffer the consequences. As a result, that cocoa company is going to go down. Not to fall, no, but their share price is going to plummet. And that's the whole idea. So it gets to a point whereby those shares plummet to an extent that they can no longer go back. And when they are unable to go back to their original levels, those employees that are working for those companies will lose. Yes, they lose, and your job is over just like that. Because they made things to be expensive, and many companies are relying on overdrafts. Believe me, money is created through debt. Money is debt. There's no money. It's only debt. The super wealthy, the super rich, even poor middle class, all of us guys, we use debt. We use credit cards, we use mortgages, we use bonds, we use car loans, we use this and that. We buy our cell phones on contract, we buy our equipment, our televisions, our computers on contract so that we can build a credit score. So money is debt. Simple as that. Money is debt. So companies are running at an overdraft. Most companies that I know are running at an overdraft. And when they're running at an overdraft and Trump is making things to be expensive, automatically they crash. And when they crash, they buy them cheap. Because there are so many companies that will be crashing and they will be disparate to sell so that they can pay off their debt. Some of them will be repossessed, some of them will do it intentionally. They will sell intentionally so that they can pay off their debt, to fund their business or whatever they're doing. So when Trump has imposed these tariffs, he's creating an opportunity for the rich and the wealthy, but at the consequence of who? The poor and the middle class. So not only agriculture, South Africa is exporting cattle. South Africa is exporting cattle, is exporting dairy products, is exporting livestock, all these types of animals, pigs, whatever, avocado. Think of how many employees are in those companies. And if they fall, if their share prices go down, they will need to be bailed out. And the super rich will come with their money to bail them out. They're going to give them money by buying their shares. And the whole idea is to buy them cheap. After a few years, few months, those share prices go to their normal levels and they can withdraw if they want to, if they don't want to hold for long. So other industries were automotive industries. What are those companies? Those are vehicle companies. We need car parts. Imagine if your car broke down today. If your car broke down and you needed a part that is only available in China, because you guys nowadays are driving Omodas, GWM, all these Chinese cars, and you find that car part came from China. Now, if Donald Trump has imposed tariffs on China, that part is going to be expensive. Would you buy it or would you take a taxi to work? Yes. You see, that's how the super rich are making money and the poor are losing. And you don't have to go to those companies to buy those shares. You can buy them on the stock exchange. Did you see what happened with Elon Musk when he claimed that Donald Trump is on the Epstein list? Share price of Tesla went all the way down. That was the biggest plummet in the history of Tesla in one day. Yes, that was in one day. So he bought more shares of his company because he spoke about Donald Trump being involved in the Jeffrey Epstein case and all those things. And as a result, his company's share price went down and they bought it cheap. That's the whole idea. Not only those companies were affected, there are also electronics, there are also textiles. Think of clothes as well. One of you may think of clothes as something to wear now, something to wear to shoot this video, something to wear to go out, to go to do some shopping. No, other people rely on clothes to work. And what do I mean by that? People need uniform. So if you're buying those, if that uniform is too expensive now, it's 10 times the normal price, you can't buy it. You see, some people get their confidence from clothes. It means your confidence rely on tariffs. That's insane. And also another industry that is affected is telecommunications. Telecommunications were also affected because MTN, for example, they don't only operate in South Africa. They have branches outside of South Africa. And if tariffs are imposed from those countries, obviously they're going to be affected. They're going to suffer the consequences because their services are going to be much expensive than they've ever been before. You see, not only that, we have steel, we have aluminium, construction companies. It's like the whole country is affected indirectly. Yeah, some effect may be seen directly, may be direct, others may be indirect. But that's how the rich make money. We had COVID-19. Things were cheap because people were panicking. And as a result, the wealth gap has increased. Now Trump took the office, the wealth gap is increasing. So do you want to be left out, or do you want to join the train? See? So that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you've liked it and you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so that other people can have, and also share it, guys, so that other people can have the same they can listen to the same content that you listen to. If you want to be rich with your friends, if you want to create a cycle of friendships, you can, if you want to create a cycle of friends that are super rich, you must share this video with them so that they can also be enlightened. It's very good it feels good, to be rich with your friends, to have friends who are rich. You are able to talk about this kind of things. But if you only want to benefit alone, in this world, you can't be rich alone, my guy. You need friends, you need people, you see. So please like, share, and subscribe, and also comment. Give me a review, and also comment with one thing that you grabbed, one thing that you enjoyed from this conversation, and one thing that you want me to create a video on. All the wisdom and thoughts shared in this video are merely my thoughts. This does not constitute as a financial advice. If you need financial services or financial advice, you can hit us on our website. But this is not an advice to you.